Hi guys, so this is an emphasis video on October the 25th, October the 27th. Those two dates could also be looked at as 11/5 and 11/7. I'll put those to the side for now. But why I'm looking at October the 25th, October the 27th is because it appears that it may be referenced in the iPad Go 2 video. At the same time, we have the Invictus Games going on, where Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and their unborn child is over in Australia. One of the subscribers on my channel, I can't remember who, mentioned that Australia is also referenced as Oz, OZ, which are the two letters that are tilted on the board, or rather on the wall next to the board in the iPad Go 2 video in the beginning scene. So that could either reference something happening in Australia, which may have connections to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and their unborn child, or something happening while they're in Australia, if that's what Oz represents, as well as all the other things. Putting that to the side for now, 25th and 27th are the dates that are calling out to me during this Invictus Games period. And we had this come out with Prince Harry, the Queen, Michelle Obama, and Barack Obama.
Hey, Prince Harry, remember when you told us to bring it at the Invictus Games?
Careful what you wish for.
Bring it at the Invictus Games, be careful what you wish for. The Invictus Games this year are running from tomorrow, the 20th of October. At the moment it's 1 o'clock in the morning on the 19th of October 2018 over here in the UK. So from tomorrow, 20th of October to the 27th of October will be when the Invictus Games is running. If there's any connections with what these people did prior to this year's Invictus Games, it may be that they're referencing this year's Invictus Games. Bring it at the Invictus Games. As mentioned before, that could mean something happening over in Australia at the Invictus Games, or it could be something happening in the UK during the Invictus Games. Now, this is the other part of the video, a little bit further down.
Boom.
With a little help from...
So an obvious reference to an explosion of some kind. And then I'm reminded of the Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 10, when they blow up the Scepter Baylor. And I think it is showing London. Now, the Scepter Baylor that they blow up, where you see all of the people inside of that room before the explosion happens, inside of this room, this reminds me of St. Paul's Cathedral. And St. Paul's Cathedral is in central London. Now, St. Paul's Cathedral is not that far away from the other landmark that they keep referencing, and did reference again here, Big Ben, the bell of Big Ben anyway. So it's clear over various different types of media that they're referencing something happening to London. With the green smoke, that's a reference to chemical. The large explosion, obviously a reference to a bomb. The Scepter Baylor being similar to St. Paul's Cathedral, and the bell being emphasized, which is obviously a reference to Big Ben. It keeps saying to me an underground explosion, an underground chemical explosion in the center of London, possibly affecting the royal family. In this scene, we have the explosion killing the princess-to-be, which is her, and after she dies, the prince or the king kills himself. So it's clearly, obviously, it's a Game of Thrones, so it's clearly focused around royalty, and obviously royalty is majorly focused on the UK with the royal family. There's other royals around the world, but none so focused on and as popular as the UK royal family. So to me, there looks like there's a plot afoot to make it look like the royal family has been destroyed. Obviously, I think they'll be going underground somewhere, allowing Prince or King Harry to take the stage once this event has happened in the UK. Obviously, after that event has happened, as I've mentioned, they'll blame Iran. Iran will be the fall guy for this, and that's why you're seeing all the build-up around Iran. The removal of the USA from the Iran nuclear deal was just another step in, the plan. To kind of make it look like from the outside there's a reason to go to war. But obviously, if these people want to go to war, they just go to war. They don't need a reason, but publicly they do. So I just want to point all those things out and how they may connect all together. The Invictus Games reference from the Queen, Prince Harry, Michelle Obama, and Barack Obama. The Boom reference, bring it during the Invictus Games. The Invictus Games happening from tomorrow to the 27th of October. That may be connected to what we're seeing here in the Game of Thrones scene, the last scene of season 6, which clearly has a connection to an underground chemical explosion of some kind in the center of a place. And as I said, it looks like St. Paul's Cathedral, Big Ben reference. So keeping an eye out for anything happening. October 25th, October 27th. That doesn't discount any other days where this may occur, but it does look like it's going to occur because they need it to. It's their second 9/11, and that's what's going to allow them to go through World War III to the New World Order. You guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.